this not the world's smallest sketchbook? It is tiny. We're gonna try and create art in it and fill the entire thing in just 7 hours. You know what though? I don't even know if this is gonna be possible. You know the weirdest thing about this sketchbook though? There's actually a lot of pages. We should count. 18, 19, 29, 32, 33. There are 34 double page spreads in this sketchbook. That's bigger than a lot of sketchbooks. Why are these tiny ones so big? Also, I'm not so sure about the binding. I'm kind of concerned they're gonna fall out.
That really just happened.
I'm gonna get a different one. Well, if that's not the most British art accident, let's try not to drop any more in a cup of tea. You know what though? Maybe this one matches the jumper a little bit better, so I'll take it. It's a sign. We're gonna have to work quickly. We have 7 hours, which I thought would be long enough, but now I'm not so sure. But we have the random prompt pot. So I've actually done this once before in what I thought was a small sketchbook at the time. This one is way smaller. We go in the random prompt pot, which has like 300-400 prompts in, and it tells us what to draw. I think this will speed up the process because then you're not having to think about what you're actually creating. We need some art supplies. We have acrylic markers, mild liners, Poscas, water-based markers, and various others. I think this is mostly what we're going to use. Of course, there are the alcohol markers, but these will go through the page. I mean, let's be real, like anything could go through the page. I'm hoping the acrylics will be okay and we can use them to cover up things that do, but I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. Ah, that's so crazy. The first prompt is... ooh, treasure chest. Okay. Maybe we'll just keep it super simple, like a blue background, brown, and then maybe like another brown. The first page I usually like to write dates on, so I'm going to leave that one. We need to be fast. Let's just get this down. Oh gosh, this is hard already. Up there, and then there, just to get the base down. Fill this in a bit, and then we'll use the other one to add the details. I don't know if this is a blue or a green. It might be like a nice turquoise. Oh yeah, it is actually. It's kind of more like an ocean one actually. Or maybe the treasure chest is on the water. Oh no, I can already see how messy this is gonna be. Oh, this one is way darker. And then we need like a little lock, don't we? Somewhere here. Maybe some stripes along. Blue-green again over here. Do you know what? It's not a million miles off, is it? That's mild liners. That's gonna be tricky. I didn't think we'd be over here this early. But okay. Just a little bit over 2 centimeters. 1.5. So maybe if we cut out some pieces, we can just stick them in and have them ready. Oh, that's a really simple one. That could be easy to work with. Yeah, maybe a couple of these lighter ones. Oh, that is so small. Okay, let's see if it actually fits, because it might go a bit weird being so small. Probably going to be a bit of excess, but that's fine. Oh, that looks so silly. So, what's the next prompt? Rainforest. To be honest, I'm literally just going to try and draw some trees. Maybe make it a bit more green at the bottom. I don't even know if the mild liners will stay on a textured paper like this. Some line work to actually make it look like something. We need some heavier lines, I think. Maybe orange would have worked, actually. I think it's a little bit too even. We need some more rogue trees. It kind of looks like trees. I'll take it. How are we almost 30 minutes down already? The prompt is lake, and at this size it's not gonna look like a lake. So we're drawing some cute little duckies instead. Archaeological site? What on earth are we supposed to do for this? Okay, what about blue for the sky? And some kind of columns, maybe? We'll treat this as a quick one. It's literally taken less than 2 minutes.
I'm fully shifting my business.
Luckily, I've got Monica as act to keep me company. For the prompt flask, yeah, wish me luck for this. She actually did daily vlogging during December, and I've got a lot to catch up on, so this is perfect. Gotta say, I have no clue how people do daily vlogging. I struggle enough twice a week. Well, since we quickly created something for flask just to get it down, save a bit of time, we're now on lipstick. The acrylic markers are actually not going through the page as much as I thought they would. So we're gonna try and use them and hope for the best. Paint some lips, I guess. And lipstick, and maybe add the word lipstick. Yep, that's about it. Moving on. Oh boy. Now smoke is one very difficult prompt. Working in a sketchbook this small, like it's hard enough to paint fire as it is, but trying to make fire with highlighters, we're just gonna ignore that, though it's kind of gone through the page. Oh, I'm kind of loving how this page is turning out. On the paper, it looks so cute. We've got a notebook, some pens. Actually kind of perfect on this size sketchbook. We're back! Went to get a drink. It's green matcha in a pink glass. Kinda looks like sick. But oh, can you see that? It's the 10k YouTube play button that I painted for the 10k celebration. And we are 1 hour down. The prompt is library, so naturally I think we're gonna go for the mild liners. They have some lovely muted tones which I think are gonna work well for this. Although I must say that orange brown is definitely looking fluorescent. And the pink is very bright too. This was not the plan. Oh well, it's fine. We gotta do what we can and work quickly. We have 34 double page spreads to get through. That is mad. And look how many prompts we have already completed. Hamster? Okay.
Call me when you're free and we can start our own party. So let's go live it up like it's 1999. My kind of party, no drinking, just conversations and thinking.
We can't use those because the paper is really dark, so I think it's gonna have to be the acrylic markers. However, these aren't the most opaque colours, and hamsters are quite difficult. We need a reference. What about this little cutie? Like a stereotypical little hamster. Oh no, this one! This looks just like the Syrian hamster I used to have. So we're starting with a very similar colour, but it's very quickly starting to go wrong, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Firstly, the colours are not opaque, they're not light enough, but I'm adding grey whiskers and they're going horrifically wrong. So painting over them, and now we have a grey hamster. Yeah, that didn't quite go to plan. Well anyway, moving on, we have to just accept the failures and mistakes and move on. The next prompt is pumpkin. Honestly, for this kind of challenge, that's actually a perfect prompt. Pumpkins are distinct, they are easy, they have a nice shape, and they're a lot of fun, weirdly.
I'm kinda shy, I don't look it. I saw the chance and I took it, and I'm not looking back. Living in a hazy world, I just can't control the way you make me dance in the room like nobody's watching. No, just our bodies, you and me.
Unfortunately, the markers are gone through the paper, but that's okay. We're just gonna stick in some cute little decorative pages. It's happened. The page has fallen out. That's our little pumpkin. Oh, maybe glue can help? No, I don't know what possessed me to think that that would work. Super glue. We are attempting to super glue the book back together.
Somebody else.
Okay, to be honest, I kind of saw that happening. Binding isn't the best. Obviously, it's a tiny little sketchbook. I'm just hoping that's gonna stay in. Use super glue. Okay, next up we have ruins. And I think I have some photos on my Patreon. There is a reference library. This is the one I have in mind. It's technically kind of a ruin. And all of these are available for the sketchbook buddies over on Patreon. You guys are the best. Also over on Patreon, there is the huge list list every single random prompt in this pot. Maybe to keep it a little bit different, we'll use the acrylics this time. We've got a couple of lighter colors here that might work. Yeah, let's just go bright orange. Let's do this color palette. I'm not gonna bend it too much just in case it comes out. This is already quite yellow actually. Because we've already got a background, I don't think we need to add too much to this. Does that kind of look like it's supposed to? Well, we'll add some orange, just a little bit of a border. Yeah, that kind of looks a bit like a ruin. I have this dark gray that might be good. There's actually a door. Oh, this is very dark. Gonna have to add a different edge now. Well, okay, why don't we use this dark brown and actually add some of the trees? Maybe a little bit actually in the piece as well. Maybe a bit of a highlight on the tree. Oh yeah, I can definitely see that as loosely being some ruins. What's next in the prompt pot? Oh, grassland. We're getting a lot of landscape ones. This is very odd. Maybe something like these two we've not actually used yet. Although we're also going to need some sky. Maybe like a blue highlighter. It looks like it is very simple. We have lots of grass here. A bit lighter over here. Kind of reminiscent of the old Windows home screen. Okay, drawing with highlighters is definitely a look. Don't know if I'm a fan. Really struggling to make this look like grass actually. I suppose we could just add some clouds and then fill in the gaps a little bit. That might help it look a bit like sky. I do have this Karen marker. Maybe just some slight lines. Oh, that's not slight. The brush went a lot thicker than I was intending. Maybe this mild liner can be a bit of a mid-tone orange. It is kind of horrific, like up close, but further away, if you squint a little bit, I can kind of see it. It kind of looks like a grassland. It has gone through the page, but I'm not a huge fan, so I think we'll just use acrylics. What is it that we've got next? Oh, this is a big one. So many landscapes. We have a sailing boat. This is really chaotic because there's so much in there. Sometimes things are so random that they don't seem random at all. I'm gonna need a reference for that one. Well, actually I need a reference for quite a lot of them. This is quite a cool one. A generic sailing boat. Blues and whites pretty much. This is the dark one. We need a nice light one for the sky. They all look very similar, okay? I think these are all the blues in this set. You see what I mean? I don't know. Fingers crossed I can pull this one together. Oh, should we see where we're at? 4.5 hours left. 1, 2, 3. We're now moving on to number 14. Is that good? Oh, I suppose it's gonna have to go over that anyway. But if we loosely pop in where it is, literally just so we can pop the C in. Do this side as well. Might make the boat a bit smaller as well because that was a bit big. It's smaller. I guess we could add some waves as well. Oh wow, I'm getting this blue everywhere. We could add some clouds. I've still got a little bit of grey left on from earlier, which isn't too bad right now. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. Virtually connects, doesn't it? There we go. Yeah, that's something. Waves. This is when my shaky hands come in handy. It looks natural. It looks shaky. I think we need to get something under the desk. There is a prompt. What is that doing down here? Oh, this is where the ruins went. I have a trolley, which you'll see in the art studio makeover when that comes, but for now, these. These are acrylic markers, but they're quite interesting because we get the little version of each color. Oh no, did I just squish that entire thing? I did. It's fine. And they're kind of like fine liners, right? That is smaller. A white, a grey, a black. And if you could just ignore all of this mess, that'd be great. Okay, it doesn't have the best flow, but it is coming out a little bit. Hopefully this will be a bit more opaque as well because it's not a readily active one. It's one of the push down pens. And those markers tend to be a bit more opaque. Oh, what do we think? That's kind of a sailing boat, right? Should we find out what the next prompt is? It's stuck. What? Not the most exciting, but we can work with it. Oh, that is sunny. I think I'm gonna swap to standing. Give my feet a little bit of a rest. We are currently almost 3 hours in. Yeah, it's time. Ooh. What are we gonna use for bedroom?
Silhouettes, your your hand was on my chest. We saw the stars. They aren't shining quite as bright like years apart. Take your
A quick snack, we need some fuel. Not making as much progress as I would have liked. We have a lot to do and the next prompt is spider web. So sticking in some of these dark pieces of paper, we need acrylics, we need a nice light acrylic. And obviously I want to make this a cute spider. I'm really not a fan of them. And by fan, I really do not like spiders. So of course it's pink and the spider's web is purple. One of the prompts in my art prompt book, How Much Art Can You Make, is what do you fear? And you draw something that you're afraid of, but instead make it silly. So kind of took inspiration from that for this little sketch. And it worked, it's not scary.
passing by. I just wish that you'd have seen me a little better than I was. Smoky mirrors separated. Yeah, they told me you'd never fall. There's
Yes, the prompt is yellow. I love these kind of prompts. The prompts where you get given a color and free reign to do whatever you like. Those are good ones. And I think we had this before in the last little mini sketchbook challenge video, which is actually very similar to this one. I'm kind of realizing it now. Last time I did sunflowers, so this time we have a little banana. When it comes to drawing, sunflowers is the obvious choice, but it's kind of worked out. Oh, tsunami? That's a difficult prompt. And there's 3 hours left? We need to speed up. Okay, let's just fill the entire page with blue and take it from there. The next prompt is television. I have this weird little purple pen. It's a lovely colour, but unfortunately the nib is very strange. Though in this case, it's also very purple. The idea I've got is to create a little lo-fi scene, but like extra little, like tiny. Can you see the size of the pages? It's like the same size as my nail. Well, I tried. Moving on to rose. I'm thinking we're just gonna create like a super simple pattern. Crystal ball? Oh, that's a difficult prompt. Like, it's a pretty good prompt. If you're working in a normal size sketchbook, yeah, sure, I guess it's interesting. But there is no way this is gonna look like a crystal ball. Please, manage your expectations. This is not happening. Ghost? Okay. Well, let's speed things up. Bright, fast, simple, let's do it.
I was looking around for the kind of love to pick me up and make me feel whole inside. All I got was a trail of disappointment. It never measures up to what I had in mind. This isn't what I wanted. Who knew that love could be this hard? Too many expectations.
Do you know what? It's just hit me. You know, I am tired. It just happened. We got skyscraper. Okay. Sitting down, we've got mild liners, or these are actually the fake mild liners. These are from the Shein haul, which I'll pop down below if you haven't seen it. Honestly, they're pretty accurate.
And I never seem to measure up. Where is the rule to help me figure out what I'm supposed to?
Can you believe this is the first time in the entire 7-hour-long art challenge that I remembered colour pencils do in fact exist?
be all alone. Sing a song of ecstasy when you're
8 pages left. Let's do this. prompt is stairs. I'm sure I had this before. It's very odd because there are so many prompts in this prompt pot and there are no duplicates, but it sure does feel like it sometimes. Why do I keep getting the same prompts over and over again? There's like 300 in there. But luckily the prompts are feeling a little bit more on our side now. Stairs, that's quite a simple one. Rainbow is kind of perfect for a sketchbook of this size. Let's be real, you can draw a rainbow of any size. It's a good prompt. Postbox, less so.
Burdened by reflections in your eyes, I seldom ever feel so alive. I remember all the mountains that I've climbed for you.
I don't know how it's happened, but this little chicken has kind of worked. I think because the acrylic markers are still a little bit wet, because nothing is drying, we don't have time. It's kind of blended together in like a really cute way. The skates are less so. I am really tired. Honestly, I was doing really well and then it just hit me. But we're almost there. The finish line is in sight. I didn't think the 7-hour timer was going to be this accurate. Literally, we have 1 hour left. The next prompt is swimming pool. Okay, interesting. I don't know what to use because I really don't want it to affect the previous pages. Maybe just a really light layer of mild liner. Pop this all over and then do a bit of acrylic. Oh, why don't we use these thin ones? That could be good. Honestly, just like a random shape. I am so tired at this point. I've actually got this Muji gel pen that I've not used in a long while, just to add a little bit of grass around the outside. Hopefully. A little ladder. Oh, that's quite a big ladder. You know what? For a 5-minute doodle, I think that turned out pretty recognizable. 2 spreads left, but the final one is going to say the end. So there is 1 left. Oh, what's it going to be? I think we had this last time. It's a monkey. Oh, what about those little weird scary ones? Which you're probably not going to get from this. Okay, the baboons are the scary ones. I'm actually thinking of this one, the mandrill, which we're going to attempt. So it kind of goes down and into a nose and then up into like eyebrows, a little bit of a beard, yellow parts, and of course we're gonna have like little eyes that we'll put there. This darker red. Hopefully we can just add a little bit of like nostrils. This is looking questionable. I picked up the fine acrylic marker, the black one. Maybe we can make this work. Let's turn these into eyes, I guess. Maybe a little mouth and add some more hair. Maybe a bit of a green background. I don't think we've actually used green at all, really. This is the final little piece left, so I think I'm gonna just stick it in, pop it on the back. Then there's 2 things I want to do. I want to pop the end on the back and also put the date and the time on the first page. Yeah, this is a lovely purple color. I just love doing this every time we do a challenge video. I feel like it just completes it really well. These are all of the prompts we used today. Oh, even more, even more. The book is now this big. It's kind of falling apart a little bit. How long did it take? Ooh, 6.5 hours. This is so difficult. And it's actually New Year's Eve. This is how I've chosen to spend New Year's Eve. 23. Oh, we did it. That is the tiny sketchbook complete. The world's smallest sketchbook. If you have enjoyed this video, why don't you give it a like and head over to this one next. It actually ended up pretty identical, so you might like it. Have a fantastic day and I'll see you back here in a few days' time. Bye-bye.